What's up, everyone? Welcome back. So today on the agenda is to finally weld in my little parts for the subframes that I got from Nate over at Villains. I have 4 of these, and basically what they are is the piece that I broke. They are the pickup point for the control arm in the rear, or for the trailing arm, I mean. And basically what they did was they slotted it a lot more than the factory unit was, as you can kind of see there. And it's obviously a lot thicker than the factory unit. So this will allow me to dial out like a buttload of camber, which is great because I want my camber at 0 or maybe a little bit positive. I don't really know. A little bit positive kind of looks weird to me. And I really like function over form, but sometimes it just looks really stupid. And it's a drift car, it's not supposed to look stupid. So I don't know. It all depends on your preference in reality. So today, working on this thing, and you can see it needs a lot of work. But yeah, I'm going to grind out the old crap that's left over from the wreck, probably cut off the other side eventually too, weld those parts in, and try to figure out a way to get it all semi-square-ish. Because really, I mean, look at this car. Nothing is going to be square in this car. It's pretty much as unsquare as it gets. Oops. So these are the pickup points to the camber link on the control arm, and as you can see, this one is pretty straight given the amount of abuse I've given to it. This one, on the other hand, is a little crooked, and it's actually ripped right here on the weld, so I'll have to fix that. But first I've got to kind of straighten that out. As you can see, it's cockeyed. The other one, a lot better. Not going to be as easy as I thought. After some hammering and beating, it's good enough for who it's for, really. It's pretty close to where it's supposed to be. It's not great, but with as much like adjustable things as I have in the back of the car, this shouldn't be a problem. It's not perfectly square, but you know what? If you looked at my car, nothing is perfectly square in my car. So now I just got to move on to cleaning all of this up, and then figuring out how I'm going to get in those bars, like these ones over here, all nice and straight and stuff. So, yeah, I guess grind it clean and see what do. All cleaned up and ready to go. So the only problem I have now is that I have to figure out a way to get these plates on here nice and square and at the right distance. But I think I have a solution to that. Okay, so here's my idea. Basically just bolt it up to the control arm itself, run the bolt through, run them all the way back, and then just weld some steel from here to here. That should keep it square and in the right, depth or whatever you want to call this. The inside should be correct, and then I should be able to just transfer it right over here, put it on like a box, and it'll actually be square. it will be the only thing that is actually square in my car for a change, but don't worry, I'll probably fix that at the first event I go to. After a little cutting, this is what I have. Basically just 4 little sticks, 2 for each. Just go on like that. Just put a little tack there, and then it should theoretically stay square enough for me to put it on the subframe and kind of figure out how to square it up from there, make sure the control arm fits in it before fully welding it in. So as you can see, that is what I did there. Just a couple little tacks just to keep it somewhat square-ish. Doesn't look great here, but I think, like I said earlier, it will work for who it's for, right? I mean, I'm going to put it on there, test the fitment, and see how I like it. I think that'll work. So not looking too bad. Thank you, Nate, over at Villains. This looks pretty awesome. Now this area here normally would have some steel in there, but as you can see, it's like all ripped out, and that's what happened when I jumped over the rumble strip and ripped this all off. But I can plate this in or just reinforce it later. But right here, looks pretty freaking awesome. And the reason I'm keeping this weld here is because actually it's a little elbow from the factory. So this weld is about 1/4 inch away from where the old bracket used to go. So if you kind of use it as a guide and give yourself a little space, it'll make a perfect little thing to go up against and then know that it's in the right orientation. But overall, I'm pretty freaking stoked. Alright, so I'm just going to put a couple of little tacks on this thing. Nothing too fancy right now. I just, again, want to check, double check my work, make sure everything fits together before I weld it in. So, a couple quick tacks and then move on. Crappy looking, but they'll serve their purpose. All right, so I got the bolt through. It's all in. The only thing I don't have is the camber link, not a big problem. As long as this is all relatively square, I think I'm just going to go ahead, weld this in just like this. Try not to get it too hot, since I do have a poly bushing right here that I'd kind of like to not screw up. But yeah, there's a little gap there. Not too concerned about it because it looks like right now it's kind of shifted this way, which is not a big deal because I can adjust that with this. And yeah, looks awesome. Burn it in. Okay, so my phone kept just like randomly shutting off when I was trying to video that, but here is the semi-finished product once it focuses in. Not the greatest welds I've ever done in my life, but I'm not too worried about it. I welded a little bit of the inside on both of these, a little bit, well, the entire outside. So that hole that I was talking about, I'll probably go in, fill all this in, but I'll do that off camera. Who cares about that? Nobody wants to see that. Anyways, I think I'm going to call that a wrap for this video. I just got to continue on and do it to the other side. Why do you want to see me do the same thing twice? Why do you want to watch me cut that out? That would just be silly and retarded. So anyway, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. Let me know what you guys thought on this video. Yeah, I'll probably do another one where I finish the other side and then paint it. I don't know what color I'm going to paint it yet. Last time I did some like cheetah stuff on it, which was really retarded looking, but it was kind of funny. That's a whole another story. Anyway, yeah, guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys later.